All right. So thank you for joining us for this edition of Folk You. We had some technical problems, which I was musing on the fact that, given this is our 24th broadcast, we've not had any technical problems. So I had to quickly create a new broadcast. It looks like we're going out fine now. So that is the bottom line. It didn't have all the bells and whistles and prettiness of the previous one that I created. The little, you don't need to know. But anyway, let's get this party started. So this is Folk You, a singer-songwriter round robin that has been going on here in Chicago, the greater Chicagoland area, I should say, since 2001. So this is actually our 20th anniversary year. In December of last year was the 20th anniversary. So I just decided to make this year like celebrating 20 years of Folking You. I am so pleased tonight to be joined by two veterans of our normal in-person version, and then also veterans of the cyber version, or whatever you want to call it, that you are currently watching. Mike Pecucci, who's muted for now, but that's not a problem. And then Matt Sobczyk. Matt, hello.
Hey.
I am Larry O'Dean, your host, and let me just give the quick spiel that I normally do before I send these gentlemen to a place of rest and mental preparedness. But a singer-songwriter round robin, or at least my particular take on it, or our take on it, these 20 years, has been an opportunity for songwriters to get together, play original material, either songs that they themselves have written or co-wrote. No covers, although playing covers can be pretty fascinating and say a lot about what a songwriter likes and what a songwriter is looking to steal or envious of, or just plain enjoys. But it's all original material. And in this particular iteration, it's been up to 4 people in the past, but we've settled on having a trio, myself plus 2 others. It's called a round robin because it kind of goes in a circle. I will start, as I do every month, and then another performer will follow. In this case, Mike is going to take up that position, and then Matt will follow Mike, and then it comes around again. So we're going to do 3 passes, a total of 5 songs apiece. I think that's it spiel-wise. Matt, Mike, am I missing anything? No? Unmute yourself there, Mike, because it sounds like you want to swear at me. So I want to get every swear word down.
No, I wouldn't swear.
Oh,
I said you remember to mention how wonderful you are.
Oh, well, that goes without saying, right?
It's a given. Yeah, it's a given.
Yeah, it is a given. Well, Anyway, all right. I think we have delayed this long enough. I will let you guys take it easy for a moment. I will get the show officially musically started. Mike, we'll see you soon. Matt, see you soonish. And then we're getting some people are tuning in. So
swearing, yeah, that's it.
Yes, that about sums it up. All right, hang tight. Mike, see you in a bit. Matt, see you soon. All right. So, Steve Mend. Hello, Steve. That confirms that we're not just playing into the darkness here. Well, playing for ourselves. I guess that wouldn't be such a bad thing necessarily. And again, thank you for joining us. I'm going to have a quick beverage here and get into things without further delay. So I'm going to start with probably the song I opened with last month because it's the most recent thing that I have written. It hasn't undergone any changes since last month, when I believe I was talking about having made some edits to it from the previous month when it actually made its debut. You always want to, the general songwriters are always most interested in what you're doing now or what you're going to do next. So, of course, I want to play the newest thing that I have. And then I have some other things, mostly newish or newer stuff, and some things that I've not played before, haven't played in a while. Just seemed like it was right to do it this month. So hopefully you will enjoy. So this song is called I'm a Little Disappointed in Myself, which I guess could fit considering the technical problems we've had. But actually, I think I handled them pretty well. So I won't be disappointed with this. And hopefully you won't be disappointed with this. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I didn't do that thing I should have done. I didn't get up early and have a run. I thought instead I'd opt for fun. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I raised my voice when it didn't need to be. All I was thinking about was me. Wish I could lay myself across my knee. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I really wanted to come out to your show. It meant a lot to you, I know. I promise next time I'll go. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I miss testifying for you in court. I helped some kids build a tree fort and dropped my neighbor at the airport. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Is this the boy my parents raised? To be the man everyone praised and spoke of thankful land made. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Perhaps I raised the bar too high. I'm only human, one day I'll die. All this potential unrealized. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I'm gonna put these thoughts to bed. Shove them right out of my head. Making room for something pleasanter instead. I'm a little disappointed in myself. Whew, thank you. And hello to Joy Young, who is hopefully was not disappointed and is still hanging in there. And again to Steve Mend for Steve, who played last month and did not have the technical brouhaha that we had in the beginning. But thank you for tuning in. And that was, again, I'm a little disappointed in myself, which is my newest completed song. And the next one I'm going to do for this set, I got a woo from Steve, so I take it that we're doing all right. Woo-worthy, anyway, is from my band, The Injured Parties, our second album. We're starting to talk about embarking on a third one, and that's not all that unusual, except the second one came out like in August of 19, and so it doesn't really feel like we. Hey, yes, thanks, Matt. It doesn't feel like we really did that much with it in terms of supporting it or hawking it. But anyway, we're beginning to talk about going in and starting a third one, which sounds pretty good to me. But the song I'm going to do from it is one that I don't know if I've played it at all for one of these folk use. I definitely haven't played it in a while. And it's called Obama's Girl. I was tempted today to almost change it to Biden's Girl, because it really doesn't matter the name that's there. And, it being called Obama's Girl should give you some idea of when it was written, because it's not so much about the person as it is about the personality of the speaker in the song. But I ain't going to change it. Obama's Girl works better than Biden's Girl anyway. So I hope you like it. Obama's Girl from Fun with a Purpose. An angel sent from heaven in a single colored coat recently rang my doorbell and registered me to vote. Now once since I was 18, have I invoked my right to participate in a democracy and fight the good fight. But once she started talking, it suddenly was clear that we had to take action by rejecting hate and fear. I nodded in agreement as she smiled and shook my hand, saying, it's nice to meet somebody who really understands. She's Obama's girl. She yells it loud and proud on buttons and on bumper stickers when she drives around, campaigning for the president in our corner of the world, when no one is more beautiful than Obama's girl. Obama's girl. She took me to a meeting where we got organized. I've never been around people so energetic or so wise. They all seem to know her and respect her on our team. Now I have a purpose. Now I have a dream. She's Obama's girl. She yells it loud and proud on buttons and on bumper stickers when she drives around, campaigning for the president in our corner of the world, when no one is more beautiful than Obama's girl. Obama's girl. It's not because of social injustice or a woman's right to choose or the rhetoric of demagogues soapboxing on Fox News. She's got me licking envelopes. She's got me making calls and passing out these handbills down at the shopping mall. She's got me going door to door, just like she did for me. But no one that I've talked to yet is even half so pretty as Obama's girl. She yells it loud and proud on buttons and on bumper stickers when she drives around, campaigning for the president in our corner of the world, when no one is more beautiful than Obama's girl, than Obama's girl, than Obama's girl, than Obama's girl.
Woo!
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Oh, yeah, Larry.
The comments there from Joy again. So I believe she's happy I didn't make the last minute switch to Biden's girl. I guess I could do Joe Biden's girl. That would kind of fit the same thing, but no. It's got to stay as it is.
The Obama girls are much more iconic, you know.
Yeah.
If you're gonna,
yeah, I mean,
you know,
just aside from any connection when you hear the name and you see the face, I just like the name. You know, it's a very musical name. It certainly suits the needs of the song on multiple levels. So
it was our country's last chance, wasn't it?
yeah, it's beginning to feel that way, isn't it? And as you know, I could definitely keep the title. Yes, I'm keeping the title. Thank you so much. Yeah, and of course, I was looking at that. Every month I go to the newer stuff. Don't always play all the newer stuff. And that one, it's like, man, I don't think I played this. If I did, it was probably around the time when I originally wrote it, and then the band wasn't playing it out, I don't think.
I never heard that one, dude.
Well, then it was a good idea. And plus the talk about a woman's right to choose. And, one of the ongoing topics over the last 2 years, and, maybe less draconianly now, has been, what's going on politically, in addition to the COVID stuff. But of course, everything that's going on with Roe pretty much being moribund at this point. So I just seeing that just told me, yeah, I got to play it.
Well, if this was vaudeville, I would have to come out and slip on a banana peel or something, because I put my political material first. So, and so, like I said, we'll change it up later. You know what I mean?
I thought you were going to say
you'd have
to come out with a big one of those long curved what is it, like the thing that they use when they drag the guy off stage?
The hook?
The long hook? Yeah, the hook. Yeah.
No, we're not giving you the hook. I'm just saying that. I would have prepared some more uplifting material, but I don't have any.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing you. I'm gonna get out of here, but I won't be too far away. Again, Mike sort of stepped in the 11th hour here to replace somebody who was originally booked, who will be booked later this year. And it's always a pleasure to have Mike. It's by no means a a sad thing to have you here, because you're already somebody I was going to.
I totally took it that way, man. I understand. Like, I'm like Cheryl Ladd in Charlie's Angels. You know what I mean? I wasn't the first choice. I get it, man.
If you're Ladd level, as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was a backhanded compliment at myself. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let me shut up, Mike. I will turn it over to you, and see you next time.
All right. Hi, Billy. Hi, Fish Face. If you know what that movie's from, put it on the thing there. All right. Well, yeah. Sorry. These are the couple of State of the Unions we're going to do, first off, okay? This is called Everywhere. You'll be free in America. So much to see in America. Applebee's in America. Annie, get your gun. Annie, get your gun. Little boy, get your gun. to see America. Whoops. Patty, get your gun. Patty, get your gun. Little boy, get your gun. Don't try to flee from America. You'll never be free from America. 'Cause everywhere is America. Sorry about that, Europe. Patty, get your gun. Patty, get your gun. Little boy, get your gun. Little girl, get your gun. Yeah, that one goes out to Patty LaPone. She won't shoot you, but she might slap you. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well, now we have covered what's wrong, with America. Now we're gonna blame the people for who's wrong with America, right? This is called This Country Life, because Roxy Music has a song called Country Life. So this is called This Country Life, I don't want Brian Ferry's lawyers on my ass, right? Oh, wait, before I start, this started, some girl who lived on the south side that I used to know said her and her friends got, busted by the cops or something for throwing turkeys up in the air, trying to get them in a tree. And it's like, turkeys, they don't fly, It's like, I didn't hear anything else. It's probably an interesting story behind it. Turkeys up in trees in that country fun, mixing up some freaky things in your bathtub. Anything to escape the boredom of this country life. Speed dialing 911. Officer friendly, he ain't your friend. Ground and pound like being on cops every weekend. Anything to escape the boredom of this country life. Talk about moving away from there. But I'm a Monday morning hangover express. You're going nowhere. Anything to escape the boredom of this country life. Thumbs up for president, as long as he's rich, cruel and white. This country life. Oh yeah. Matt, is your dinner ready? We will use the bell sparingly.
All right, man. Now it sounded like the dinner bell almost. All right. Good job, Mike. I like that. That's sounding good, man. Get some good stuff happening. So right on. I mean, I'm going to do a couple of tunes that No, just gonna get into it. So here we go. Welcome to the kitchen. Everybody eats when they come to my house, kind of thing. But that isn't this one. I don't know if I got a food song on here right now, but so what? The house was a rockin' until you came knocking on. Now the food's in the trash and the drinks are all flat. It's a talent that you got, can't really be matched. I guess nobody wants with an attitude like that. People having fun, not doing any wrong. People having fun, not hurting anyone. The music's loud and fast, we're all having a blast. Play your favorite song, sing it loud, sing along. You don't mean no harm, not trying to do no wrong. It's just the way you are, a black or not a star. People having fun, not doing any wrong. People having fun, not hurting anyone. I'm stuck in town, we're partying again. Turn down the lights, this scene is out of sight. You and around me's a friend of a friend. It cannot be denied, every party's got an end. People having fun, not doing any wrong. People having fun, not hurting anyone. Well, I got a studio audience. Hey, I could get used to that. All right, this is a fairly new song, and probably, I don't know, I could interpret it as political, but I'd like to carry on that theme with you guys. But whatever, make of it what you will. I waved to my neighbor yesterday, stared right through me, looked the other way. I guess they kinda wish I'd go away. They don't even call me by my name. Beat up, down the hill. Beat up, down the hill. Looking through a window pane, see the world never quite the same. My best life ain't got no room for change. I don't even hold me by my name. Beat up, down the hill. Beat up, down the hill. Hands on the wheel, wrong side of the road. Not a single clue how to lighten the load. Don't slow down, no time to think. Old familiar ground out here on the brink. Beat up, down the hill. Beat up, down the hill. Beat up. All right, man. There's Larry.
I add my applause to your live audience. Very jealous.
Thanks.
I love the kitchen setup here. I think no matter what, if you do one of these in the future, any of these kinds of things, you need to do it from the kitchen.
I agree. I spend a lot of time in the kitchen anyway.
Yeah, I mean, when I was back in my 4-track days, No surprise there, I think. I did a lot of recording actually in the kitchen because it had the best acoustics in my apartment.
I believe you.
For what that's worth, I mean, I just think the kitchen is like a magical place. I think
it is.
Yeah.
Well, and if we had smell-o-vision, like if you remember, what didn't Pink Flamingos come in smell-o-vision?
No, it was
Desperate Living.
No, it was not John Waters, but it was with Tab Hunter and Divine, and it was like faux John Waters.
Oh wow! All right. Polyester, that's right.
I'm pretty sure that's not Waters, but they were attempting to do a John Waters-esque movie. I remember it being pretty amusing.
Yeah, God, I remember being in college back then, and I don't remember much of that.
Well, I'll tell you, I'll work on the smell-o-vision stuff as it is. Since we were able to circumvent potential technical disaster here, then the least I can do is try to find if there's some sort of smell option here. So I'll try to work that in for next time.
Yeah, although 99% of the time we probably don't want smell-o-vision.
Well, for any of the kitchen broadcasts, we'll try to work it in there.
Yeah. All right. Oh, and I see Steve Mend asking if Jason's here too. No, Jason isn't here. It's my cousin Justin and my Aunt Mary are here. They live in France, but they're in the States for a couple of weeks, so we're having a party.
I know.
You lucky devil.
Yeah.
Well, I will let you get back to your partying, but don't forget about us. Keep one eye on the camera, and we'll see you next time around.
All right, man. See you soon. Looking forward to your tunes. Thanks.
Thank you. Wow. Awesome. So yes, thank you to everybody who's tuning in, who's commenting. I've opened my blinds. Troy Bowen, indeed. So before we went on the air, I think the first time we attempted to go on the air, we were talking about how some of us have our air conditioning on. It's beautiful out. Where I live in the city, you don't really need to have air conditioning, but unfortunately, my abode here, as you can tell, which is a multi-purpose music and literature and so on and so forth room here, it gets a Western exposure, and so especially in the summer, Mr. Sun is my foe for these few hours, and he's already beginning to descend and to say goodbye to the world for the day, and it feels a little bit more comfortable. But I realize I'm actually sweating, which is maybe not all that bizarre, and yet another reason why you don't want the smell-o-vision, I think. So let's not dwell on such things. Let's instead move on, and the next song I'm going to do, let me grab my guitar first. My recently restrung Martin didn't have a lot of need to be changing strings for the last couple years, but recently got my guitar set up again by the wonderful Jeff Benge, and sounding good. It no longer has that somebody out there might get this, but that like Brian Eno snake guitar feel that it had started to develop, which is a credit on Here Come the Worm Jets. I believe Brian Eno credits himself for snake guitar and something else that's really bizarre sounding. And I always thought that was hilarious. And then I remember reading at one point, he just said, "Oh no, that's a guitar that I've just never changed the strings on." And so mine was definitely in a reptilian mode, but it sounds great, feels great. And again, I'm glad to be here and glad to have you tuning in. So Father's Day is this weekend. And my dad has been gone for quite a while, and this is not per se a Father's Day song or a song about fathers and or sons, but it does begin with a reference to a father. And so it was like a no-brainer to pick it for the set this week. And this is by my first band that I had here in Chicago, Post Office. This was our first of 2 albums we recorded. Trying to get the non-reflective Public Displays of Affection is the name of it. And it's called Can't Go Home Again. So it's got my egregious, perhaps, literary reference in the title as well. But hope you like it. Had to play it. Forgive me, Father, was it something that I said? My words mean nothing now that you're dead. I often think of you behind the wheel of your car, but memories can drive us just so far, and you can't go home again. Oh, you can't go home again. Oh, you can't go home again. Oh, you can't go home again. Every ex-best friend, all my former flames, places I grew up in, whoever knew my name, a ghost haunting me daily with visions of the past. We don't live in the present, 'cause the present doesn't last, and you can't go home again. Oh, you can't go home again. Oh, you can't go home again. Oh, you can't go home again. We make the bacon and we write the checks, spending thrifty lives, living close to the vest. It gives us some small comfort, balancing the books when the streets are so chaotic and the kitchen's full of cooks. But you can't go home again. Oh, you can't go home again. Oh, you can't go home again. Oh, you can't go home again. All right. Oh, thanks, Joy. For my next song here, another one sort of torn from the headlines or torn from the something I read recently that I kind of forgotten about is this whole idea of the right to be forgotten, which is it's been in effect in the EU since 2014, basically that you could petition to have your personal information that's on the internet removed, and Google, I guess that's all we need to mention, but and etc. had been fighting about making it a possibility in the United States. But then I just read something recently where as of April that Google kind of quietly brought this option in. Now maybe talking to Mike and or Matt or somebody in the comments will say, oh man, I knew about that. But I just happened to read about it, and it reminded me of the fact that I'd written this song called The Right to Be Forgotten. when I first read about this, I didn't know anything about it. And that phrase itself, kind of the right to be forgotten, and it just seemed kind of, counterintuitive. Like, don't people really want to not be forgotten in most cases? But of course, it's about so much more than that. And so I felt, I got to play this one tonight. And another one I haven't played in a while, as I said at the top here, I'm newer song in the scheme of things, but one I just haven't played in a while. So this is The Right to Be Forgotten. At the school reunion after 20 years, some of them were laughing while others were in tears. No one could believe it. They stared as if to see behind all the faces their real identity. Just who are these people, and why should they care? It's what we all do when caught unaware, having conversations and dredging up the past, dusting off old memories afloat on a life raft. The right to be forgotten, the right to disappear, remembering what we choose to, discarded like souvenirs. Brian's good at Google as he surfs the web. He searches many phrases that pop into his head. And when he quits the browser, he empties its cache, so no one might discover his love of wet snatch. The right to be forgotten, the right to disappear, remembering what we want to, kept like souvenirs. Donna's got a stalker, he won't leave her alone. She had to move away and replace another cell phone. Just when she feels safer, he tracks her down again. And it all starts over, it never really ends. The right to be forgotten, the right to disappear, remembering what we choose to. Discarded like souvenirs. Discarded like souvenirs. We lost Mike, who is about to follow me, and my suspicion is that he will be back forthwith. If not, I'll regale you with stories and, well, another song. Or I'll bring Matt in. So, Matt, if you can hear me, hang tight there. But I suspect that Mike will be along shortly. I think he was having a signal problem. So, yet again, another... Matt, I'm going to bring you in just for a second. Don't grab your guitar.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey.
Looks like Mike vanished from the scenario here. Let's hold on for a second. I guess he will be back. There he is. So here, let me bring him back in. All right. We'll see you soon.
I'm back.
Hey. No problem. I was pulling Matt in there, and I was like, "Get ready," you know. You're good.
You want him to go?
No, you're totally good. We are ready for Mike Pecucci. Yeah. So
hey, before I forget, man, here we go.
Oh,
simplistic keyboards and snake guitar. You had it, brother.
Snake guitar, right? Yeah. Okay, I saw you holding that up when you were down in the green room there, but I wasn't sure what that was.
You know, like I had to, you know, I had your back, brother.
I had to confirm my snake guitar. Yeah. And I always thought that was hilarious, you know, because even at a young age, I thought, oh, he's just fucking with us. You know, he's just making something up. And then when I read this interview with him where he said, you know, oh, no, that's just a guitar I have where I've never changed the strings. And I thought that was really funny. Yeah, that'd be snake guitar to me. So it makes perfect sense.
And we're talking about this guy. I told you, I didn't just get into him when he died. Here, check it out. Check that out.
Oh, beautiful.
Can't find this fucking record anywhere. You know, it's got the inserts. It's got the whole thing. This concludes the record geek portion of the night. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't make any promises you can't keep, because God knows what could still happen. But
no, I'd like to take a look at what you got behind you there.
Oh, hey, I enjoyed seeing that copy of Follies. That's all I can tell you. So don't hold back on my account. But
before I forget too, man, don't forget to plug your book sometime tonight.
Oh yeah, I guess I should do that. I'll grab a copy of it in just in a second here. Thank you for doing that.
Am I your agent? Come on, man.
Well, you're going to get your 10% tonight. 10% and a cut of the smell-o-vision when we get that working too.
Oh, so. Speaking of that, don't turn that on. Don't talk about kitchens. OSHA will be in here shutting me down within 2 seconds.
All right. Okay. It'll be our little secret for right now. Kitchen. All right. I am going to go grab that copy of the book. Hey, thank you again for saying that, Mike. And I will let Mike take over. Looking forward to it, as always.
Hello, everybody. All right. You know, like, as if there's not enough reasons to hate Sting. You know, sometimes his explanations for songs are longer than the songs. But just give me a second to introduce this song. It's about 3 Sids. The first Sid is Syd Barrett, obviously. And, you know, ghouls went to his house and, you know, took pieces of his house. Oh, that's horrible, isn't it? The second Sid is Sid Vicious. No introduction necessary, right? And the third Sid, this happened when I was a kid, but I don't think it would really play anymore. But there was always some old creepy dude in the neighborhood, and all the teenage girls would go over there and hang out because they could smoke, they could make phone calls. My sister-in-law was one of them. How you doing there, Judy? So anyway, this is called Going Over to Sid's. Going over to Sid's, be a madcap, go through his trash, take a coffee lid, break a window or two. Take a couple of the broken pieces home with you. Going over to Sid's, can't rent his room at the Chelsea. Now they keep it hit. In fact, they cut it in four, so the punks can't sleep next to Nancy anymore. Well, now it's just a bunch of bar-rich kids, the Strokes, drinking shampoo, the land of junkies. No one's gonna be singing about this in 30 years for the Arctic Monkeys. Going over to Sid's, don't like his peer group. He's hanging out with the teenage kids. In fact, they bought a new place to play when the Black Mariah comes to take Sid away. Going over to Sid's, going over to Sid's. You know he did it his way. He saw Emily play. Going over to Sid's. Yeah, Black Mariah. Black Mariah is, where they take you to jail. I asked somebody about it, they didn't know, So anyway, people come up to me and they ask me, Regis, why don't you sing any love? Why don't you have any love songs? Why don't you have songs about le faire de cour, And this is kind of a double whammy because look what I got. I got a ukulele. I heard the kids are into ukuleles now. And I really can't play anything on it, but I figured out like one thing. I figured out a song. And it's kind of, I think it, my philosophy on this subject. I think it's covered in like a minute 20 or whatever. Okay? So yeah, here we go. You got a problem, always a problem. Say, what are we gonna do? But just remember, always remember, it wasn't me, it was you. I got no problems, never a problem, but then again, maybe I do. My only problem, a little problem, and baby, it's you. You got a problem, always a problem, with everything I say or do. But just remember, always remember, it wasn't me, it was you. It wasn't me, it was you. Yeah, how about that, huh? Yeah, look at that, man.
Right on, right on. And yeah, never. I know about those Black Mariah. Never.
You knew about the Black Mariah?
I've seen one from the inside once. Yeah.
I've never been arrested in my life, man. I'm a Boy Scout. I
don't recommend it. Yeah, it ain't no fun, but those are good tunes. I like that. That's enjoyable. And Sid, man, every neighborhood had a Sid. Oh boy. Luckily, it wasn't me. Luckily, I wasn't Sid. Yeah, that was trippy. Right on. All right. Oh, there I am. And now, This is like my most recent tune, and it sort of like describes the house we live in. Not necessarily about the food we're eating right now, but you get it anyway. So I'm gonna botch the intro just so you know. I'll start it again. That was really bad. There we go. When they're lost and alone, when they got nowhere to go, they wind up at our door where they know they found a home. I'm going to start this all over. Sorry about that. It's a short song. One more time. Three's a charm. Now we got it. When they're lost and all alone, when they got nowhere to go, they wind up at our door where they know they found a home. Second-hand cats lying in the sun. Second-hand cats, there's always more than one. Second-hand cats, say they're really kind of fun. Look out, here they come, those second-hand cats. Oh, the barn is very cold, but the house is not a home. 9 lives or just luck, welcome to our motley fold. Feed 'em and they grow, eat you out of house and home. We always take 'em in, yeah, we'll never be alone. Second-hand cats lying in the sun. Second-hand cats, there's always more than one. Second-hand cats, say they're really kind of fun. Look out, here they come, those second-hand cats. I found one in a hole, she barely 6 weeks old. Bounce around the bed, I think this one is pretty bold. Lying in the row or standing nail to toes. Silence of the night, see their little eyes glow. Second-hand cats lying in the sun. Second-hand cats, there's always more than one. Second-hand cats are really kind of fun. Look out, here they come, those second-hand cats. Always more than one, those second-hand cats. They're really kind of fun, those second-hand cats. Okay, and well, there we go. And in a nod to all those clams, I'm not going to play the song that I had planned because I know I haven't practiced that one too much, but I will always be able to play this tune. So here we go. And Mike's uke tune, sort of his story about how he live your life and look at the world. This is kind of mine. So here we go. Busy in the kitchen, turning up the oven. Never mind the biscuits, put some butter on a muffin. Eat beans from the can, and bacon frying in a pan. Always gotta save the last boiled egg for dad. Barefoot on the front porch, horsefly on a hound dog, double barrel shotgun, shells full of rock salt, too damn hot to sleep, and brandy wine's way too sweet. Always gotta save the last boiled egg for dad. Summer days are never long enough. The nights spent doing nothing fly so fast. I wish your time would just stand still when I know it never will. Remember where I came from and I don't want to go back. You say you got the answer, it's all part of a plan. I'd rather sleep on Sundays, it keeps me a happy man. Just gotta keep it neat on my own side of the street. Always gotta save the last boiled egg for dad. Dad don't like them scrambled. He says they're too manhandled, can't abide by over easy. Butter just makes them greasy, you know, the poached are far too fussy, and he don't like those yolks runny. Boil that egg, peel it down, shake with salt, and go to town. Don't try to steal a barrel of eggs, don't dare leave him to dread. better not touch that last four-legged staff. All right, that's it. Got through that one. Hey.
Sounds awesome. Whatever you switch that out for, I don't even want to know. That was the song to play.
Ah, thanks. Well, yeah, I am in the kitchen, so that was better.
Yeah. And hey, I'm sorry about that little. You popped out, and then Mike was there. I'll apologize to Mike later.
It's live TV, man. It's live TV.
Yes, it is. It's about as live as it gets.
That's right.
And I haven't said it officially, but you're sounding really great tonight. Loving everything you're doing.
Thanks, Larry.
It's always the case, though. I'm really pleased to have you here.
It's always fun. I love getting to hear other people play their songs.
This is my favorite thing every month. It's my only thing every month musically at this point, but always, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you totally.
Right on.
I will let you get back to your grub, and I'll see you for the next pass.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
This is it, man. Last time around.
I know. I'm going to try not to cry.
All right. Okay. Good.
Or if I do, I'll try to cry purposefully. So, yeah, I mean, I put a comment there too that Matt and Mike are both sounding really awesome. And again, thank you for all the nice comments period from people who are staying with us. As you can see, I moved into phase 3 here. The sun is setting. I cracked the window a little bit to cut down on my errant sweat machine here, which again, you didn't necessarily need to know about. But now it's feeling pretty good. And I've got one more. I am returning to the realm of, and I might as well show this again, the Injured Parties. So kind of a bookending my sets tonight with 2 songs from the Injured Parties. Another one from Fun with a Purpose. I'm sorry, Product Placement, not Fun with a Purpose. It's our other album. And this is one that the band would play, I think in most sets for a while we were playing it. And I don't think I've really played it acoustically. Not that it's that, difficile to play, to use the French term. Just for such a short song, it's kind of really interestingly arranged with the band. And so I thought, I just kind of segued away from playing it live. But it just seemed like it would be good to play this evening. It certainly dovetails with many of my concerns. And it's called Totally Naked Celebrities. Totally naked celebrities, totally naked celebrities, totally naked celebrities, so much nakeder than you want me. Skin so smooth like a baby seal, wrinkle-free and hyper-real, no curly hairs on any man's chest. Women have perfect breasts. Totally naked celebrities, totally naked celebrities, totally naked celebrities, so much nakeder than you want me. Anecdotal on late night shows, product placement in Pecucci clothes. Opening Friday, better line up fast before it's sold out and you come in last to see totally naked celebrities, totally naked celebrities, totally naked celebrities, so much nakeder than you want me. Six-pack abs, curvy hips, Hollywood hair and designer lips, headline divorces and tabloid spats, Little of this and a lot of that. From totally naked celebrities, totally naked celebrities, totally naked celebrities. So much naked you on me. Totally naked celebrities, totally naked celebrities, totally naked celebrities. So much naked you on me. I didn't even end that properly.
Hold on a second.
No, don't you worry about it.
There we
Thanks.
go.
Yeah, so when I was gearing up to do this song, I was like, yeah, well, what was it that really inspired me to do this? And it was like the talk about the divorces and the tabloid spats totally reminded me of the recent Amber Heard and Johnny Depp stuff. And then I also, every time I hear this song or play this song, I remember when we were working on it in the studio and we were at King Size Sound Labs doing some overdubs. We have horn players on this song, which is what I was kind of alluding to when I said it was like super arranged in the band version. And our bass player brought his young daughter to the session, and his kids are pretty hip, and I'm trying to think of like how old she would have been at that time. I'm guessing, and I might be wrong, maybe like 10. I hope I'm not under guessing. And I just remember, over and over that refrain and the lyrics coming over the speakers, and I'm just kind of like watching her, stand there and listen to the song. And it's one of those rare moments when I kind of thought, I felt a little bit responsible for maybe destroying her innocence. I don't know. It's not all that bad, I guess. Mike, everything groovy and kosher there?
I know the volume's all fucked up. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay, yeah, the volume kind of went down.
Yeah.
I think what it is, my fucking brother's on here. He was too busy at the Splains Fest to tune in right away, but apparently he's back making fun of the goddamn ukulele. We talked about this earlier. Like, what he'd do to the ukulele if I brought it to practice, right?
He's haunting you right now is basically what you're saying. He's haunting you, Mike?
Huh?
He's haunting you, is that right?
Yeah, he's always taunting. I mean, 50-some years of this,
Well, you sound fine. I can hear you fine, so I'm going to let you do your last song, and then we'll see you at the end.
All right, and may I say, I am very happy to be the cream filling in the Larry and Matt, Oreo cookie here,
I'm honored.
All right, we're gonna do one more here, and speaking of my damn brother, we got a couple songs we recorded. We're gonna, they say that I hate this, like it's gonna drop. But we record in the basement, so it can't really drop. It's got to rise, right? So it will rise soon. But here's one. Here's one we used to do a long time ago. Yeah, it's getting late, I know. All right, here we go. And again, it's kind of like if you need a philosophy. This is mine. There's a great big building, a guard at the door. A little man wants to settle the score. There ain't a building there no more. You can't keep the devil down, no. Kick to the curb, he's always missing the boat. Living a life with the gamer's remote. He thought he'd be a villain in a long black coat. You can't keep the devil down low. Yeah, you can't keep the devil down low. Can't keep the devil down low. But truly on his trunk, hey, what do you know? You can't keep the devil down low. God needs the devil needs you. So codependent, yeah, you know that's true. 'Cause good is only good if that's evil in the stew. You can't keep the devil down low. Yeah, you can't keep the devil down low. Can't keep the devil down low. Birds will crawl up on his back, away you go. You can't keep the devil down low. Give me a donation, I'll save your soul. Believe what you believe, I know what I know. And we'll all go to heaven in a UFO. You can't keep the devil down low. Yeah, you can't keep the devil down low. Can't keep the devil down low. It's like Santa Claus said, ho, ho, ho. You can't keep the devil down low. Yeah, you can't keep the devil down low. Can't keep the devil down low. Chuck Barris introduces him on the dog show. Can't keep the devil down low. Chucky, baby! Oh, geez. Oh. Hello. Take it away. Oh, wait, I still got this pointing thing. There we go. Take it away, buddy.
Yeah, it works better if I unmute. All right, don't keep the devil down low. This one, the last one here, this goes out of Tuesday was the final day for Chicago Public Schools. So this one goes out to like all the school teachers that are free for the summer. The lady in the office, she knows me by my name. The guard at the front door, he's all over my game. They all try to tell me they're wise to all my tricks. Tell me they're not blind, put an end to all my kicks. Throwing spitballs at the teacher from the backside of the room. Daydream out the window, eating paste and huffing glue. I got lead in all my pencils, you know it's number 2. Never handing homework, that's what keeps a nurse at school. Gonna raise a ruckus, gonna stand out in a crowd. Play the classroom for a laugh, got to shout out louder than loud. Got no use for 2 plus 2, all that counting is for fools. Put you in the boxes, everyone is labeled tool. I have a lot of urges and none I try to tame. I have a lot of feelings, not one of them is shame. You wanna get to know me, you say you are my friend. Come a little closer, now your troubles never end.
Yeah, you got a live audience, man. No fair.
I know.
No
Well,
fair.
Steve kind of influenced me last week when he had Lisa providing some backup in grid, So it's like, hey, light bulb moment,
Yeah, I put my headphones in so I could hear you guys. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Oh, you were fine sound wise. So what we were getting was just fine. So yeah.
Yeah, my apologies for that.
Hey, that's my line, Mike. So I think we can all equally partake of the self shame if we'd like. Plenty to go around.
The book, show the book,
yes.
Larry.
Yeah,
well, I will hype that in just a moment. But before I do, I want to say officially again, thank you both for playing this month. I love to hear you guys always. I hope to be getting back to in person, which so many people have already done at some point. That is the plan, but we shall see. I don't have to go into any apologies or explanations for why that has not occurred yet, but it will.
Sounded great, my brother. Sounded great.
That's nice to hear. But for the foreseeable future, we'll be doing it this way. You are both welcome back whenever it works with your calendars again. Ukuleles are welcome.
Let there be uke. Let there be uke.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I cried during that as well, but I'm not sure if it was that or it might be my window's a little cracked now, so it could have been just allergies.
I'm going to learn another chord. There will be no fucking stopping me, man. Got to get an A or an E in there somewhere,
Oh, God, yeah.
Do either of you have anything in particular you want to plug? And again, I'll do my book then. See, so that's a little segue.
No, nothing.
I already said we got an EP. And the it doesn't drop. You're going to be able to see it on fucking Bandcamp or whatever.
I'm totally down with the drop and all that. I don't know what happened to the language of music being, released.
It's released. It's released.
Yeah. Drop.
It's just out in the world.
Pants drop. I mean, I don't know. Don't even get me started.
Is that on your OnlyFans? Is that?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And I'm raking in the cash, as you can tell.
The artwork you used this month too. Yeah.
Yeah, and Matt, these cooking shows, like you go on YouTube. I mean, you got a pretty nice looking kitchen there, man.
I was going to say he's going to prominently display his.
Oh, there you go.
Beautiful.
That is a missed opportunity there, dude. Everything's monetized now. Like, here's my kitchen, here's my cat, here's my cat, here's my friend from France, and fuck, you're a millionaire.
Here's the food, here's the... that.
Well,
I need a manager.
What I will do, because I know that you guys and our listeners, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Will want to get down to it to decompress. So you guys hang on. Officially, though, thank you so much to Mike Pecucci for playing.
Back at you, brother.
Sobczyk for playing. I'm your host, Larry O'Dean. Low these 20 years. We'll be back the third Friday again next month. I do have a new book called Muse, which is a chapbook of poems. I have some reading gigs coming up. If people want to find out about that, it's pretty easy to track me down. LarryO'Dean.com is the main place, but it's pretty easy to find out some. In fact, Joy Young, who's been commenting here tonight, she will be reading with me at one of these upcoming readings. So thrilled to be doing that. So guys, hang tight. We'll do the official farewell, and then we'll have our little religious ceremony that we always end every show privately with. So let's say goodbye to everybody. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you next month.